G'day guys, Andy Thomas here from Wolf on the Run. Today I'm going to share with you my bikes and the little bits and pieces that I have on my bike. I have the Honda CB400 Twin, which is 1978. It was my first bike as a kid. It's not the original bike, it's one I managed to track down about 3 years ago now. I'll put a picture up and show you what it was like here. I got it from Washington DC in America and shipped it over here to Melbourne, Australia, and changed it, and now it's exactly as I had it as a kid. In America they were called the Hawk. In the UK they were called the Dream. It's got 16,000 miles on the clock, and as I say, it's a 1978. I had this bike when I was 16, back in 1982. Yeah, and resentfully I had to get rid of it because they brought a law into the UK where you couldn't ride anything. First of all, you could ride up to a 400cc, and then they stopped it and brought it into a 125. So I sold it and I bought myself a little Yamaha DT 125, which I resented, but I sold it, and then later on in life I thought I want my first bike back. So I got it back. I don't use it. It is on a club permit. It's registered, but I don't do a lot of miles on it. It's more of a keepsake for myself. The other one is a Honda 2016 CRF1000L. That's the twin. It's not the all singing, all dancing one. It's not the automatic. It's not ABS. It's the bog standard base unit, which is what I wanted. I'll show you around them. Alright guys, so this is my the 1978 I was telling you about. It's a Honda Dream. That's what it was called when I had it as a kid. As I say, I'll flick the picture up here of what it was like when I got it from America. I changed the seat. I put that back to the seat that I had. I got that seat from a reproduction company back in the UK. I got all the graphics, decals from the UK, the original colour. As you can see, I stripped all the leg bars, put the lower handlebars on, which are a lot lower than the ones that was on it when I came. Took all the racks off the back, put it all back pretty standard. So yeah, it's a 400 twin. As I say, it's a 1978, and it's only got 16,000. Needs a bit of a clean. It's only got 16,737 miles. That is on the clock. So yes, that's my old one. I put some new tyres on it. It'd been standing for quite a while, so they had perished. So I just updated the tyres, put some new tyres on it. So yeah, as you see, it's on a club permit. Don't do many Ks on it, or sorry, miles on it, but that's Alright, I'll take you and show you the other one. Right guys, so this is the Honda Africa Twin. It's a CRF1000L. As I say, some of them come with ABS, they come with automatic. I think it's called the DCT, dual clutch transmission. So basically it's just a rev and go. It's like a 1000cc scooter. But this one I've done a few modifications to that I'll run you through. A lot of the things to say you'll see on my page are DIY accessories. So I do like to make things myself rather than pay out. And I'll go through it and show you exactly what I have made on the bike. Alright, we'll start off. As you can see, first off, I've still got the original road tyres on it. I don't do a lot of off-roading. I tend to do more miles through the roads, the highways. Yeah. So these are a couple of Cree lights. These are riding lights. This bracket I made. Yeah, so I keep those on for all the time. They're on permanently. The ones on the side there, they're long range fog lights. Keep those on there. So if you're on the dirt tracks or whatever out in the back, you've still got some decent light. In there I've got two snail horns, which are very loud. Like you say, as you know, we're always getting cut up left, right and centre, so I like to let them know that I'm there. The crash bars, I got these in from Poland. They're made by Heed, and as you can see, they're all in one system. They're a 4-point connection, so you've got this plate here that connects through the frame. You've got a connection down there. You've got one in the centre there in the frame, and then you've got the other one that connects up underneath there at the front. I looked at other different types of bars, but I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a lot of them where you've just got one at the bottom, one there, and they're not joined together, or some of them just got a little bar that joins them together. This one is an all-in-one. It's an all-in-one frame, so basically it's absolutely, it's solid. It's, you know, it's fantastic. The bags, I got them from them as well. They're handy little things. I've showed you on my other video what I keep in these. I've got my first aid kit, compressor over the other side, but pairs of gloves. Yeah, the bash plate, I actually made that myself. I did copy a similar design, or looked at a similar design. So yeah, I made it out of cardboard first, taped it all together, trial and error, and then finally templated it onto a piece of steel and cut it out, welded it up. As you can see, it does take a few knocks and bangs, but as I say, I don't do a lot of off-roading. We do go up into Alpine Forest and up into Barmer Forest, and we go through the bush there, but they're just like country roads, bit of gravel, bit of dirt, not too much. And on the crash bars there, you can see the light protector. I made that as well. This is just a piece of bar, steel bar that I bent up, and some mesh that I bent into place, welded on. The brackets, I bought those off eBay. They're aluminium, sorry, they're handlebar mirror brackets. So they're for putting mirrors onto the handlebar. So it's just like a little clamp that fits into there. I just use those. They stay pretty solid, as you can see. You know, it won't stop the little rocks, but it'll stop the big ones. Just a GoPro mount on the front, a couple of stickers. This sticker here, check out his website. He's got a website as well, but check out his YouTube channel, Bike Bits Australia. A guy called Mark. He puts a lot of videos up, some great information videos and some, yeah, interesting things. So yeah, check out his channel. My logo, Wolf on the Run. We come down here to the Bark Busters. I went with a Storm, just for the bigger cover rather than the smaller ones. On the dash there, we've got the 12-volt supply. The bike, it's got the facilities to plug it in, but Honda don't make that. They don't install it manufacturer-wise. It's a separate unit that you have to buy and install yourself, which is crazy. You'd think for the sake of $25 they'd put it onto the bike, but no, they have to do it. And to do it, it is a nightmare, because you have to strip all your fairing down. Your crash bars have got to come off, all the fairing, all this, the windscreen, because the plug to it is inside there, right behind there to connect. Up there I've got another little GoPro mount, but this is just a case that I put my mobile telephone into, and I just use Google Maps through there, and that connects to my Bluetooth set on my helmet, so I can listen to my music, listen to the maps, the sat nav, whatever I need to do. Handlebar is pretty standard. All I've got is a throttle lock there, so when you cruise along it just locks on. If you just want to shake that bit of numbness out of your fingers that you might get sometimes when you're on a long run, or if you're on a freeway, you just lock it on and yeah, chill back a little bit. Cheap tank bag. I'm happy this one. It was just a $25 thing, but it does whatever I want. I keep my glasses in there, a torch, a few bits and pieces, garage remote. Now the seat, it's the original seat, but it's a leather cover that I got for it, and I've put some extra padding inside, so I've took it up about another 20 millimeters, because here, when my bum cheeks was sitting, I was getting a little bit of numbness, so I put extra cushion in there and just recovered it. And yeah, being leather, it's a lot better. You don't sweat, and yeah, it's really comfortable. Okay, go down this way. Now these racks, I built the racks. I have got, which just one sec, I'll get them. Alright, as I was saying, the racks, I made the racks myself. As you can see, the design is made for a set of shad panniers, and they're an old set of panniers. And that's the shads that I had. They're like 36 litre. So not a bad size box. And I got those and I thought, I'm not going to scrap them, go and spend $400 on a rack and whatever, up to $2,500 for some tour tech or something like that. I'd got them and I thought I'm going to use them. So I decided to make the rack. I have copied a similar design off somebody else where the connections are, how it's connected underneath there, just bracket around the back. So yeah, and the best thing about it, I evened it out because you've got the exhaust this side, and that side I utilised it by putting a spare fuel can on. That's an extra 3 litres that we carry there. The reason I put that on is because the tank on this, it's not massive. I think it's about, I'm not sure on the litrage now, about 16 litres I think, something like that. You get about 350 k's out of the tank. But as I say, if we go off in bush, it's nice to have that little bit of extra. The toolbox, tool tube, everybody's seen these. There's loads of these on the internet, on YouTube, how to make one. It's just one piece of sewer pipe, glued end, screw cap, and then brackets. Just make your own mounting brackets for that. I put some extra little lights on the back, which are running lights. Also they are brake lights. I've got the brake lights under there, but you know, it's better to be safe than sorry to be seen. On the back I just have a top box, which is just a cheap top box. That's about a 42 litre that sits on the top of there, which will carry two helmets in, or your camping gear, whatever you need to. Normally when we go off camping, as I say, I've got my shad panniers, my top box, and I'll have my Denali bag across here, or my waterproof roll bag with a few bits and pieces in. On the back here I've got a cigarette socket or cigarette lighter socket that I use for the compressor. If you want to blow up a tyre or an airbed, I don't blow up an airbed, but the facility's there. As I say, I've got the little air compressor that if you need to blow up a tyre, you got that. And there's also a USB charging point there on the back as well. So if I need to throw something into the top box or the side panniers, I just plug it into there and I can charge it up as I'm on the go. All my fuses are built under the seat. It's out of the way. With the protection with the GoPro mount on the back there, just for a bit of footage. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright guys, thanks for going over my bikes with me. If you've got any ideas for the bikes, my old one I don't want to touch. I want to keep that as original as possible. But as for the adventure bike, if you've got any ideas, I think on one of my camping videos I spoke about trying to get some water carrying facilities on the bike. We'll look into that soon, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Fantastic.